Greetings, salutations, konnichiwa. Let's go for a ride. What's up, folks? Hope everybody's doing good. It's your boy, 540 Ghost, with another video. I hope everybody's doing good on this Saturday. Today we're going to do something a little different. I spent some time talking about everything I love about the Stark Varg EX Alpha model, but let's be real. No motorcycle is perfect. The world is not perfect. We wish it could be, but sometimes it's just not. So today, as much as my heart hates to do it, I'm giving you the 3 things I dislike about the Stark Varg EX. And trust me, it was hard to come up with these. They're really just probably more of personal preference than anything. And before the Stark fanboys jump into the comments, typing with one hand while hugging their battery charger with the other, just understand, I absolutely love this bike. If somebody fucking stole it from me tomorrow, you know I'd be out there buying another one, dog. You know this. There are just a couple little things that I've noticed after spending time riding it. So, I will respect your time and dive right into it. Number 3, the seat. Let's address the elephant in the room. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm about to talk about it. Who designed this seat? Come on, Stark. I'm convinced you guys hired a carpenter instead of a seat designer. This thing feels like, I don't know, it feels like somebody wrapped vinyl around a 2x4 and said, yep, fuck it, that's good enough. Don't get me wrong. If you're ripping trails and standing up most of the day, you're probably not going to notice. But if you sit for any length of time, your back end starts sending emergency notifications. I hadn't ridden in a long time, and when I first got it, you couldn't get me off of this thing. I was on for 2 hours straight. I was running the battery down full charge to 0. So I was a little out of shape, and maybe that had something. It's gotten better since, but I still notice, after a while, I'll start to shift left and then right. And then I can stand up for absolutely no reason. And then I start wondering, maybe I do enjoy standing. Yeah. The funny thing is, the bike is so smooth and quiet, but your rear end is the loudest thing complaining. I've honestly considered strapping cushions or something on it, memory foam. Thankfully, companies already make aftermarket seats, and if anybody knows of a good aftermarket seat for a Stark Varg, drop it in the comments. I'm doing some research myself, trying to figure out what I want. So it's definitely fixable. Personal preference, but from the factory, yeah, it's firm. Really firm. Like church pew, built in 1847, firm. Number 2. This might surprise some people. It surprised me because the bike, when it's moving, is weightless. It's like it floats. Right now, it's like my wheels aren't even touching the ground. It hides its weight amazingly. This thing's like 267 pounds. So when you're not moving and you're on maybe some uneven terrain, you realize real quick how out of shape you are and how those gym classes probably would have been beneficial. I'm not saying I'm not in good shape. I'm not in the best shape, but I'm not in bad shape. And sometimes it's hard for me to keep this bike up. And if it falls down, it takes a little bit of strength to get it back up. I'm not going to lie. I got to get something to drink. I'm dying of thirst. Hey, you guys, if you're enjoying the video, like and subscribe. I'll be right back. And picking it up, like if it does go over, is not impossible. You know, but like say you've been riding all day and you got like a severe arm pump from fucking ripping tracks and showing off for all your homies. And everybody's like, damn dog, that's an awesome bike. And then you lay it down at the end of the day, you're all tired. Nobody wants to help you pick it up. They're all laughing at you. Yeah, I mean, it can be kind of a pain to pick back up. Ask me how I know. But that's really, again, you know, there's a technique for everything. And the other thing was for me was the weight of it, trying to get it up on the stand. There's a little bit of a technique I had to learn, and now I can do it just fine, pretty effortlessly. And I have to do it like if I haven't been, you know, chopping firewood or doing something strenuous on the farm. I can't go and do it. I'm not built like that. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed to say that it's got some weight to it. Otherwise, it rides lighter than it actually is. But when you're pushing it around the garage and stuff like that, yeah, it can just be a reminder it's got some pounds to it. And let's go with number one, which is probably my biggest concern. Not because it has happened, but definitely because it could happen. So, Stark has some pretty expensive components setting out in the open. You got the display, you know, that's an Android phone. The throttle, the controls. If you dump this bike in like rocky areas or, you know, out in the trail, there is a very good chance that some of these components can get destroyed, especially the display. It is right there. You know what I mean? You could take a rock to it, you could take a branch, and then it's game over. You can still manage to get out of the woods or wherever you're at if you know the bike, but you won't be able to see how much battery life you have if you lose that. You can't really see what mode you're in. Just some things like that on the display that are important, if you ask me. And luckily there's companies making stuff, display guards, hand guards, different accessories. But from the factory, I found myself, you know, just a little bit cautious of where I'm parking it and how I load it into the truck, or even working around in the garage. Sometimes I'll catch myself walking around like, easy, don't touch it. Because I know if it tips over, I could break something. On the flip side of the coin, the plastic on the outside, like the plastics, are indestructible, man. You can lay it down. It's really just a few components that you really have to worry about. But again, it's not like a traditional dirt bike where they're pretty rough and tumble, you know what I mean? You can beat them things up. This is just a little different breed of cat. But guess what? It's not a deal breaker, my man. I'd still buy it 100 times. So my final thoughts. Those are really my 3 biggest complaints. The seat feels like a medieval torture device. The weight reminds me I need to go to the gym and that I'm out of shape. And the expensive electronics make me a little nervous when the bike decides to take a dump. But here's the crazy part. None of those things would stop me from buying this bike. None of it. Because once you twist that throttle, or technically roll the throttle, everything else kind of disappears, man. It's ridiculously fun. It's insanely fast. Maintenance is simple. It's quiet. The power is unreal. And every time I ride it, I come home grinning like an idiot. This is my girlfriend in front of me. I was totally going to show off, but that would be irresponsible. I suck at wheelies and I'd probably wreck. YouTube would strike my video. Good idea, good idea.
Watch out for them.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's great. She's actually the reason that this Stark Varg happened so quick. Because, like, I knew I wanted one, but my credit's not the best. So she co-signed for me and got me a killer finance rate. I put a hella down payment on it. So I really came out pretty good. And my finance rate is so awesome that I can double up on it. You know what I mean? Get it taken care of. So if you're thinking about buying a Stark or financing one or whatever the case may be, don't let this video and the things that I talked about earlier deter you. Just know what you're getting into, and maybe invest in a softer seat. Make sure you're not wore out, and eat a little bit of protein before having to pick it up, because it's a heavy. And just know that there's some fragile parts on it. That's all. Otherwise, it's a dream come true, and I can say that with 100% honesty. No buyer's remorse here. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I got some really cool stuff coming up. I'm getting ready to build a motocross track. That's going to be super sweet. I'm also trying to get my daughter a really, really nice e-bike. I'm not getting her anything cheap. I got her something cheap, and it broke down in like a month. Maybe not even. She's heartbroken currently and jealous that I'm riding around on a bike. She's not. So I need to do something about that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and to you I say sayonara.